I believe a true Christian marriage is a testimony to the world of what happens when God puts together one man and one woman in holy matrimony, with its unconditional love, devotion, and its willingness to work out the various issues that will develop over the time of the union, and how God is the center of our marriages and the benefits of having a relationship with the Father in heaven. So it is crucial that from the beginning we establish the proper foundation needed to have a successful marriage. So, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to take a look at some of the principles I've learned from seminary and from 37 years of marriage to a wonderful woman that I believe will be instrumental in establishing a sound Christian relationship. And that's coming up next on Higher Learning. I am going to start with what I believe is the most vital element of having an excellent marriage, and that is communication. The Bible tells us, in all our getting, get understanding. If we take the time to understand, the chances are our response will be favorable. Now, it sounds easy enough. However, listening is a skill that some of us have not mastered. Listening means diverting from the TV and the computer and providing your full attention to what is being said. And by doing so, you will capture not just the words, but the very essence of the conversation, the emotions, or the seriousness of the issue at hand. What was the person's body language? Are there any tears? Do you see or hear signs of depression or anxiety? These and other factors paint the picture that many times we miss. So focusing on the words, the demeanor, and being attentive will aid in our ability to effectively communicate. It is also vital to see how various subjects may be more important to that person than you can imagine. By listening, you may discover things about your spouse that you were unaware of. This is why creating a safe environment where the person feels free to discuss anything on their mind is essential. The last thing you want is to create an environment that your spouse seeks the advice of others because of the negative reaction coming from you. All this does is create a deeper divide to the point that all communication cease, and you're wondering why divorce is coming up in the conversation. So why is communication for some difficult? It may have to do with our upbringing. We have been known to learn a few things, both good and bad, from our parents. If our fathers were not the talkative type, men tend to imitate those same qualities from their fathers. If our mothers just kept her opinions to herself to save an argument, then women and men may also carry that characteristic into the marriage. So whatever poor communication that we brought to the table from our past experiences must be eliminated if we're going to correct the issues of communication one with another. What should happen is that we must learn from our past so not to repeat it in the future. Now, I'm 65 years old, and when I was growing up, a lot of the adults just stayed together, but many were miserable. Now, can you imagine if they took the time to really talk about the problems? What a different outcome may have occurred. The more one holds back, the greater the frustration. Now, the Bible does tell us there's a time, a place for everything under the sun, a time to be quiet, and a time to speak. But speak we must at the proper time. If the conversation has escalated to a yelling match, this may not be the best time to share those deep concerning issues. Listening becomes more challenging with both parties yelling at each other. This is why the Bible tells us that we must be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. So by listening first, you are able to provide the response that will not lead to anger. So we'll stop right here to give you a chance to think about what I just said. And we'll pick the conversation up along with discussions about the role of the man, the role of the woman, and how the two will develop a strong foundation for their children. So please, if you know some folks who are going through some situations, especially in the area of communication, tell them to check out the video. And also remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. I appreciate all the new subscribers, and I believe God is really working in this ministry. So God bless you all, and we'll see you next week right here on Higher Learning.